This is the actual help file within the Contact Manager section. You should understand exactly how it works so that we can make changes to it or improvements to it, especially the forms, which will no longer have text on any of the buttons. One of the rules, as I mentioned to you before, tooltips will be large lettering, different colors. Perhaps we might have different colors meaning different things. Well, we can certainly discuss that, but we will not have teeny weeny tooltips. They'll be larger, and if more information is required to explain something, then it will be then we can do that. We can also have my voice in English explaining things in English, and things that need to be explained in Hungarian you can say with your voice, because I think you have a good voice as well, and people will understand exactly what it is before they click on it. Okay, let's start.
After you enter the calls, you have to call the customers back. What better system can you possibly have if the same system that you entered them in as actually tracks them too and allows you to use your internal modem to call all your customers back as well?
Okay, so it won't be using an internal modem unless somebody requests it. Unless they have an older computer, we'd be happy to sell them an older version of the software in which they can use their internal modem if they want to, which will actually make calls. Now, if they are in Sombathay, for example, we will charge a fee to go out, or the technical guy will go out and fix whatever, sets up the computer properly, and that will save a lot of time for the customer, because most of them don't know what COM ports are and things like that. Don't worry about what that means right now, but you will also, or one day, send these to the programmer as well, so that he will understand exactly what these different things do. But right now we are just going through it. Okay, so here we go.
Select the first thing on the list and press the Call Now button. That's right, the Call Now button is up here, and as soon as it's pressed, then this form automatically closes, the Contact Management form
Okay, now the Call Now button, why is it up here? Why don't we put it down here? Because as soon as you have to call somebody, why move your mouse up here every single time? It starts always at the bottom, working its way backwards, and the reason why, it always makes you call the latest person first, so that you have a better chance of calling the last 5 or 6 people. You have a better chance of getting the jobs if you return the calls fast. Okay, I'm not talking about fast every single time somebody calls somebody, because there should be a tip here, in business tip, and we say don't call the customer back right away, and it just doesn't really matter. You don't have time to call the customer. You don't make money when you're talking on the phone. You make money when you're doing your craft. So use the time to make money, and then when there is time, then you call the customer back. This is extremely important. We will add a business tip everywhere where it is necessary, because a lot of people don't actually know this. Okay?
That's right, the Call Now button is up here, and as soon as it's pressed, then this form automatically closes, the Contact Management form automatically opens, and is ready to take the next command. The customer
Now, I'm just going to let you know one more thing here. This has jumped to another form already, but if we look further back, you will see the phone number as a button. If you wanted to call that customer for whatever reason, you can press that, and it will actually call again the number, just to let you know. But it doesn't really matter, because you have to click one of these things to handle the call. Okay?
The customer information automatically follows each form, so you don't have to keep typing things over and over again. You can select how you left a message. Either you left a message on a machine, or you left a message with a person. And if you've left a message with a person, usually those people don't pass the messages on to who they're supposed to get. So you can actually type notes in that little green box under there where it says, if you did not get a hold of the customer, enter your notes here. The line could have been busy, or there could have been no answer. But you can still do a referral from here if the customer asks for something that you don't normally do. Yes, the program comes with its own built-in referral system, and you will love it.
Because it will use the database in the virtual house. and it will also know in relation to the customer where the customer is, for example, how far that tradesperson is willing to go to that job. For example, if a tradesperson says that he is willing to go 20 kilometers to go to a job, for example, okay, and somebody but another tradesperson only wants to go 5 kilometers. Well, if somebody in Kisseg calls for a job, the 5-kilometer guy isn't going to go, but the other one will be contacted automatically. So it will already know that that guy will go out there. And depending on how far they go, sometimes they ask for a fee for gas. Those things must also be included so that the customer knows that. Let's continue. Let's say that the customer wants a gardener. So you type it in and press the search. You shouldn't have to press the search. A return is fine. Okay? Of course it's not found, so you can add it. And that is, you can find it within the virtual house environment. If it's not this virtual house, it can be another virtual house close by. Or you can physically find it online, add them into the system, pre-register them, and if there's an easier way to register them faster, like just copy the information from the internet or who knows what, then they can refer them to that customer, and it would automatically add them to the virtual house as well. When you found the company and you contact them, you can put their information in there. There will be no fax. It will only be email, just to let you know. Form colors are extremely important. When you're talking to customer, it automatically goes to the customer record and closes all of this stuff, which is great. So now you can start adding information.
As soon as talking to customer is pressed, it automatically closes this form, imports the information from this form into the customer form, already in edit mode. So all you have to do is ask the customer perhaps what their address is, if they didn't give it to you before, and you can start to fill the rest of that form in before you decide what the customer needs or wants. And here is the form.
It increments every single time to every customer as soon as it handles the customer, and as soon as they are recognized and they go into the customer database, then they're automatically taken off this list. So this list always gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It's a very efficient system.